Okay, we're back. Birdies are still singing, wind is still blowing, still some little explosion noises over there from construction or whatever. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, again, this was the famous angle. Father's grave, Blair, cut off about right there. Air, and they're kneeling there, and there was a tree right here. And the branches are hanging over the grave, and they're under the branches. So during the big storm they had a while back, this tree was ripped out along with a bunch of other stuff. And they just kept that space. Stuff was all around it. So that's the famous angle in the movie. And of course their point of view, as I showed before, is looking at the father's grave, which is actually the Coles. And there's Blair from the behind. Now, I was showing earlier, she was struggling when the ghoul came out of nowhere from down here. I think it's one other aisle over. That's a hard one to track. She's panicking, and she's grasping this thing. Her right over the name Nicholas. Her hand goes over there. Her head. She's kind of short. Her head was probably about below that. This little capital. This is a geometric capital thing. And her hand is right here, and she's terrified. And she's looking over here. It's perfect because here it is. Clyde Lewis Myers is the headstone that Johnny gets his head bashed in on. Can I barely make out Lewis Myers, and you freeze frame the movie. I didn't need to go to the tour video the guy did. If you get a good enough copy from the remastered Night of the Living Dead on YouTube, slow it down frame by frame, and you will see Lewis Myers. So when he gets hit, the ghoul throws him down. His face is aiming toward the right of the screen, and it goes thump, and then he drops down right there. And then the guy turns around, and there's a classic lightning. For lightning back then, they just turned up the brightness of the lamp really quick to give a lightning flash. You could tell it's not a strobe. It's not that bright even. And it's slow because it's somebody turning the rheostat really quickly. But hey, it works for the movie. Also, the light's very warm. It's not that cold lightning light. But anyway, so it's just perfect because she's here actually reacting to the same space. He's getting hit here. She's over here panicking while he's being attacked by the ghoul. And then he looks up at her from down here, and she goes, ah! And then she runs off down the road to the car. So their car is actually parked right in front of that tree, just a little bit past the tree, in front of that little church, or the little thing I walked around earlier. And then she runs into the car. Johnny has the keys, so she has to do the parking brake to get out. But then they cheat the shot because she doesn't go down that sharp curve that they came up earlier when they were here. In fact, they cheated that too because when the car pulls in, when they get out and the radio almost warns them something's going on, but they turn it off, they're down this slope here. Like they drove all the way into the front, which is actually over here where I came in. They drove around and they came down this road and parked in front of that little church and then walked back this way where the grave is with the tree. But when you go down here, like I showed before, I'll show you on the way out too. If you go to the right, that's not the same path she took when she wiped out the car. It was a straightaway, mostly, downhill. So people are surmising that it was actually this grade I showed earlier. I took some pictures of it too, I can post later, but there's a perfect grade over here with some trees on the side. It might have been one of those. And then she ran off down the road and then they cut to some other road, which is actually marked on this map. I'm not going to go to it, but it's just some random stretch of road that they had her running down that somebody identified. And then again, it goes to another scene where the farmhouse. So it's 3 different locations in a continuous edit series to make you think she's just running, and everything is close together. But it's not. The farmhouse, like I said, is probably 20 miles from here, maybe more, to the south. And it's gone. It's the property's still there. There's a new farmhouse nearby, but I've seen the Google Earth images. It looks nothing like the old farmhouse. In fact, I'm not sure if it's the new farmhouse. People might be cool there, but the old farmhouse, apparently, before they destroyed it, because they got permission to use it for the movie, but it wasn't totally destroyed. I don't think they destroyed it later. I think the property owners didn't want people hanging around there. They like come out with a shotgun or something like that. It's kind of weird. But anyway, those are the 3 main shots, along with several other camera angles in this whole area. Right there, those 2 graves, that stone, and the Myers stone right there. So very cool. Mystery solved. I could have sworn I remember the name, and then Myers is perfect because it's Michael Myers, right? That's how they spell Myers in Halloween. Michael Myers' sister, Judith Myers, is spelled the same way, Myers. So I'm gonna go back in, and since I'm here, what the hell, I'm gonna just drive through real quick the rest of the place because in the car it'll be pretty quick. Let me plug in my battery because I had to, when I went around taking pictures, I've been playing this iPhone constantly on the whole flight for music to stay awake and not get horribly bored. And in the process, my phone just about died a few minutes ago, so I basically had to plug it into my little battery pack here. So let's take this offline, put this in its little proper holder. That's in pretty good. There goes the tape. The blue masking tape is great because it's, for painters, it doesn't leave any residue, at least not unless you leave it on for like 6 months or something, but you can leave it on for weeks and it doesn't leave nasty sticky residue and everything. So in this case, since I need a weight for this bouncy mount, this is working perfect on there. I just need to secure the tape so it doesn't go flying when I go around corners. Good old inertia. Okay, that's a little better than before because I did it when I wasn't driving. So let's plug in the key. This old school car that needs an actual ignition key. Although it's a hybrid, it's just weird. I guess some people hate those fobs. All right, it still has a fob to lock, but not a fob to start. It's very strange. Roll some windows down, get some air in here because the car's like an oven. It's very warm out here. It doesn't look like it, although it's sunny, but it's actually quite warm. It's with a nice cool breeze. It's very beautiful. Picked a perfect day to come out here. So again, we're passing by. I'm going to do a quick arc around the whole place so you can see what else they could have shot when they were here. Again, look at the flags. Memorial Day. It's just so many veterans here, as the other cemetery I showed you before with lots of flags. Lots and lots and lots of flags. This guy's actually interring a body here, looks like. He drove in when I was walking and taking pictures. He's got a big old apparatus to drop a coffin into the ground. You can see it goes way, there's another radio tower. It goes way down into these hills and then it gets some trees. So it has plenty of room to grow. It's clearly an old cemetery and there's plenty more grow. This is the guy's apparatus for putting the the coffin in the ground. Kind of a wild job. So go around the whole perimeter here. And this place is so big they have telephone poles going through it because you can't stop progress. So they have to allow, it's the eminent domain thing, they have to allow progress to come through the cemetery. You have to, can't be completely peaceful. That one has a, that's nice. That one has a bench over there. Someone has a private bench on their memorial stone so you can sit there and hang out. So again, lots of space over here where I just passed. There's another Myers over there. Here's some fancy ones. These are like right out of Creepshow, like the Nathan Grantham. Very tall and showy and nice fonts on them and stuff. But again, some of these are at a weird angle. Like they know it's going to topple over at some point, right? But I don't know. Nobody seems to. There's another Ripper. I guess there are lots of Rippers in the area. Textor. Dunbar. Oh, someone named, probably Rapay. I don't think someone's name is Rape, but that would be unfortunate. There's a big old stone there. Irvine, they actually have like full coffins in that one. Kaufman. His name is 20er. Oh, I didn't want to go. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go this. I want to go here also because this is what the guy was explaining in one of the videos. And there's probably some validity to it because it does have a pretty straightaway when they do the shot. But see right down here, it's fairly level with a bump. And then right here, see that guy disappears because he's going downhill. So either through analysis of the stones and the trees or some other evidence at the time. He surmised that you can see straight ahead is that little chapel, right? So I came all the way around the complex. He surmised that they kept the camera angle over there to the right as she went down this hill. I don't know if that barn was there or not. So again, he could be wrong, but somewhere up this road, maybe I already passed it, is where she was able to release the parking brake and get some. She started over there in front of the chapel, then they cut, and then they had the car actually go down this straightaway, so it's easier to control the shot. And then at some point, she hit a tree on the side here with the fake hit with the actual crumple zone. But then you can see down here, it's much steeper here, and then it goes down to a twist. And there's no shot like that in the movie. It doesn't go down a twisty road like that. They came up the twisty road, and then one of the cheats, like I said, right here, they're facing not the way I'm facing now. They're facing down this way when they get here, park, and then walk up this hill to these famous headstones I already showed you down here. So I'm going to back in here and show you. So they're straight ahead there. That second chunky one over there before you get the next little road sticking into the side, that's the one that's right next to the father's headstone, the full famous one there. So I'm going to back up here and go down here again. So you can see it's steep going this way too. So they could start the shot here because they parked really just past this tree. It was much more scrubby back then. Just past this tree right here on the side in front of the building, and then walked back that way toward those stones. And then when she's trying to get her shot, trying to get into the car, panicking, the ghoul comes off on the side, and as you saw to my right, you can't see it on the shot, but where the building is, there were some stones over there. He picks it up and smashes the window, and then she undoes the brake, rolls out a shot down here, and then, like they said, probably to my left up there, probably came down that straightaway, or some other road nearby that looks very similar, because it's clearly not this one, which is a long, twisty, dark road. It was quite light when they did the shot. But that's Evans City Cemetery. I think I covered it pretty well there. Again, I didn't get every single camera angle, but you know, I'm more interested in Dawn of the Dead than Night, although they're both excellent movies. Just want to get a quick shot of this sign here. It's a very nice sign that looks, yeah, 1985. I'm gonna say it looks recent. It's definitely not anywhere near the time of the movie. All right, cool. Got to me shot. Back on the road. Actually, I want to pull over here real quick because I don't want to set up my next waypoint. And since I'm doing, what am I doing? Everybody downtown next. Let's put some Crazies music on. They put the Crazies soundtrack on here. Let's close Night of the Living Dead. I already finished that. Okay, let's do. I gotta make sure I get the right one because there was a remake of the Crazies. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a great movie. Definitely more high budget than the original Crazies. George Romero's king of getting a lot for a low budget. The Crazies was made, you know, well before Martin, when he was still figuring out some of his filmmaking craft and didn't have a huge budget, but it had some great casts in it and action scenes and crazy ass stuff. And you know, basically Cabin Fever. Eli Roth pretty much ripped off the Crazies and plenty of other movies, outbreak type movies and stuff. Okay, let's go the Crazies soundtrack. Original motion picture soundtrack. That's the remake. I can tell by the graphic. I don't want that. Hopefully somebody uploaded the original. It's a pretty interesting soundtrack. I forgot who did it. There you go. Music Suite. So it's only, oh wow. It's only a minute 40, so I'll just play it while I'm looking for the my next site on the map. Here you go. Crazies 1973 Music Suite on YouTube. Military drums, marching sounds, air raid sirens. Little banjo. Jonica's marching home. That's about it. Yeah, it was only a minute 40, so enjoy it while it lasted. It's going to take me a while to find a better version that's longer, so at least you got a taste of it. So just think of that while I'm driving through Evans City downtown. I'll be there in about, it's just 3 miles, or less than that, so very, very close to the downtown. So I'll put the directions in anyway, just so I don't do something stupid.
Starting route to Evans City. Proceed to Franklin Road, then continue straight.
Give me a second. I'm going to take one more shot of the road with my DSLR, or actually mirrorless camera. Same difference, really. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Take one more at the main road with the old sign, which I don't think it's the original sign from the movie. Again, I'd have to watch all the scenes again. I just did a quick replay of the gravestones just to find out which was the one that Johnny got clonked on. But yeah, it's beautiful up here. Birds singing, breezy. Sun shining. I'll stop here real quick and hear the birds. Oh, shut up. Goddamn seatbelt warning. All right. There you go. A few cars going by, and you hear the birdies. This is that roadblock up there because it's a 1-lane road with construction that you saw when I came in. I have to go back through it. Yeah, it's going to take too long. You heard the birdies. If I had more time, I'd do some field recordings like I used to do. But there's too much stuff to do this day.
Continue on to Franklin Road.
So here you go, Evans City Cemetery. Nice little old school sign there. Give me a shot of that. And give a shot of it across the road because that shows the famous shot that they used to drive up the road. Like basically, when I turned around and came through that construction guy who took forever, they actually did the exact same turn that I did. So let's do
At the
that.
next stop sign, turn right.
I know, shut up. Okay, quick shot across the street. No gunshots going off. Okay, sorry, I had to wait for all the goddamn cars to go by. Every time they let people through, it's a big line of cars with no gap. Okay, back en route to Evans City downtown. Let's get a quick shot of water here. I don't know why it took me so long to catch on to this water bottle craze. Bring a nice heavy duty metal insulated thermos with a nice spout on it with a locking top. Carried empty through your security checkpoint where you have to throw your water away and any liquids. They don't give a shit if it's empty, and then you fill it up once you get inside the airport. And San Francisco Airport has great hetchy water. So I've been drinking that all day. It's excellent. And it was free. There's a big dude there. Must be the foreman. Classic construction. Lots of guys standing around, only a few guys doing work. Here again. There's a purple truck there. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy.
At the stop sign, turn right onto East Main Street. Then turn right onto South Washington Street.
Oh, okay. So I didn't even go there yet. This is Main Street up here on the right. Popsicles. Oh, popsicles sound good, actually. The guy forgot to put his stop sign in. The people were done walking. He left his stupid stop sign on the bus. That's a shitty bus driver. All right, here's downtown.
Turn right onto South Washington Street.
Rolling funeral homes. All right. Well, I kind of wanted to go down Main Street, but it's telling me to turn right, so let's see what's down here.
In 900 feet, turn left onto South Jackson Street.
Well, that's not the main street. It's funny when you put a city in in a destination, it just kind of picks a random fucking point of the city, not the part you really want to go to.
Turn left onto South Jackson Street, then arrive at your destination.
Is this South Jackson Street? I don't see a sign anywhere. Lovely. I'm assuming this is it because it told me to turn left. President Square. Community Center.
Arrived.
Yeah, okay. So community center, I guess, is the public library is the center of the map. Some side streets. 5-minute parking. I can't park there. There's the post office. And some old-timey buildings. And Main Street. Look at that. Wow, I gotta walk by that store. Ace Hardware just has some really classy tchotchke, horrible Americana with Uncle Sam and a bird as Uncle Sam and a pig barbecue grill. Park here, actually. That's just about right, I think. Okay, now can I safely leave this shit in the car is the question. Probably not, so I'm gonna put a few things in my backpack real quick. Just gonna walk up down the street real quick, just a few minutes. The small town feeling. Okay. Got that put away, got that put away. Just put my camera on my shoulder. Put the food in here, and then I'm gonna steal the goddamn food. Okay. Let's put this iPad in here for safety. I'm going to carry this backpack all weekend anyway, so I might as well get used to it. Can't leave shit in the car or the hotel room. It's always the way it is. So I think I got enough juice to unplug from the battery. Let's take the battery off. And I think I got enough AC. Let's turn the car off. Alright, one more second to get all my paraphernalia together. Backpack. There's a big shop around the corner. Take down. All right. Oops. Whoa. The school bus driver's nuts. Totally took that corner sharp. Alright, back to the gimbal. And we're back. Yeah, look at that Ace Hardware. The fucking Uncle Sam stuff and all that. Super corny. So, there's the big shop. Crabapple Hollow Shop. I don't think so. Well, look at the woodwork up there. Old-timey buildings. Nice tree line nearby as usual. You see trees everywhere around here. So there's another old brick building. Shop with an E, you gotta love that. And this is kind of the end of downtown here. There's a main street, and now we got houses. There you go. God's got a recipe. Clean up after your dog, that's always nice. So again, flags everywhere. It's still Memorial Day fever. Just a few days ago, so. Another church. Lots of houses. Looks like there's a mini golf up the street. And let's cross over here. Gotta check out this place. It's got a great logo. Hot Taco. Looky. Ay caramba. And by the way, when I watched that Night of the Living Dead footage back, there is an American flag waving when the guys walk up to that grave. So it may have been a Veterans Day, Memorial Day kind of thing when they shot that scene. Having those flags there, it's kind of interesting. It's like odd timing that I'm here. Look at that, $3.65 for gas, so cheap. Nobody coming, so. And then see all the KIA guys. So some of these guys are probably in the graveyard. All these veterans. Old stonework. Evans City Auto Parts. This Ace Hardware again. So I didn't show you before the other tchotchkes in the front. All the Uncle Sam's on the window. The bald eagle as Uncle Sam. And the Peaky Barbecue. I'll walk by that later. It's Ace Hardware, an American classic. Amazing Grace Books and Gifts. I can imagine what kind of place that is. Actually, I don't have to imagine. I just saw a big Jesus in the window. It looks like the Buddy Christ from the Kevin Smith movie. Next Tier Bank. Oh, time. Sports and Spirits. Oh, another old brick building. Wow, look at that. There's a name on a sign thing. Venderoozes. Some more veterans. Doing some cherry picker activity here. Look at these old buildings here. 1911 on that building. It's the district judge. He's doing some paint job up there. City Pharmacy, another old building. There's Uni Express. This is a version of their local version of FedEx, I guess. I saw a FedEx truck there earlier. Oh no, it's a mini mart. So again, side streets don't have a whole lot. It's like residential immediately. It's one of those kind of small towns. And you got pharmacy, gifts, Yankee Candle. Yankee Candle's funny, that's on all the big malls and where I live. Fontanini Nativities. A lot of religious stuff in town, all these churches. And this is great, they actually have They serve Duffin's candies. So in case you're curious, yes, they do have Duffin's candies. As Letterman would say, ask for them by name. But yeah, all the streets are totally decorated with all these veterans. Look way down the street there, down to all the houses, all those little veteran posters with the pictures on them. Okay, when can I go? I think I can go now. This is a very classy old house here with the scalloped roof. It's an old ice cream shop. Zimmerman's Ice Cream, Family Dentistry, and then two coffee places next to each other, Brew Monkey and Coffee Break. Imagine having your competition right next door. That's fucking crazy. Unless they're affiliated. Or unless one's a espresso, one's a pour over, like Blue Bottle Coffee. Or another chain in our area is the Phil's Coffee. Phil's with a Z is mostly brewed coffee, not espresso. That's a funeral home. Okay, so these guys, you saw that cemetery. These guys are very busy. Another nice old building there for sale. And then I got the train tracks, and again, tons of houses. You saw that's the road I came in on to go to the cemetery. So I'm going to cross here when I get a moment. Otherwise, I'll end up in the cemetery if I'm not careful. Pretty busy road for a small town. I might just have to take a light. Way too many fucking cars. Jesus, it's busy. All right. I'll be the good citizen and just go to the light. Otherwise, I won't get a break. Again, nice weather. Patchy clouds, blue sky, greenery everywhere. Crazy bus driver coming back through. Ooh, nice big turn. That guy's a pro, look at that. No issue. Perfect clearance, almost. He barely clipped the edge there. You see the tire marks right here. But he didn't hit that pole, that's the important thing. All right, I'm gonna give myself a chance to cross on this fucking light. Okay, he's got the right of way. I'm letting the truck go first. Let's see the truck's driver around here. All right, so we're back at the ice cream place. You saw the coffee places. There's a weird shaped building down there. It's like a giant trapezoid. Now I'm on the right side of the street that I want to be on. Some old dilapidated buildings here. Even these side streets are busy. Jesus, everyone's just pouring through here. Cross over now while I have a chance. So I'm a couple streets over. At least one major street over. So there you go. Daffin's candies sold here. There's an old-timey lamp on the outside. American Legion. All the veterans here. Jaeger Spice Company with chickens in the window. Office space, sports and spirits. There's that Amazing Grace place again with the Buddy Christ in the window. Yeah. Even have a tombstone monument for the veterans. Again, police, fallen heroes. It all looks pretty new. Andrew Smith, 2016. Wow, firefighter. Of course, it's a small town, but they still have a subway, unfortunately. Garbage sandwiches. And a grocery with an apple. Rotary Club. My dad's part of the Rotary Club. That's how I got to go to Japan on the youth exchange. It's a pretty cool organization, actually. And back to the silly Americana stuff here. It's got that expression from Bill and Ted. Party on, dude! There's the porcine grill. Crazy lawnmower. Okay. Yeah, so you've seen it. That's it. It's the shortest small town tour I've ever had. And I drove through the side streets. You saw that. There wasn't much going on there, so not missing anything. Back to the Redmobile. This time so it doesn't cut off. YouTube doesn't like when you change orientation on the camera, which is kind of weird actually. Camera off. Backpack off. Okay. Back at it. Close up for some maniac goes around the corner, rips the door off. Okay. Let's plug the battery back in. So we have, actually instead of battery, I should be using my lighter plug. It's more efficient so I can save my battery for later. But of course I don't have that handy. Oh, maybe I do. Hold on. I don't think I was that organized. It packed so quickly yesterday. Still trying to find where I put it. Be amazed what you could squeeze into a small backpack. Smallish backpack. Let's do this here. Is it in here? Vitamins. That's not either. Alright, yeah. That's what I get for packing too quick. I'll waste the battery, I'll charge it tonight at the hotel. No problem. They last for a while anyway. These Anchor batteries from Amazon are pretty cool. You can charge two things at once for quite a while. Okay, let's go. Let's get the iPad out again. We'll set our destination for the home of the movie Martin, Braddock, which is supposed to be probably a town I should do quicker than this, from what I've heard. With the industry drying up and all kinds of shit going on there. supposed to be kind of a hellhole, so I might just drive on through with the camera rolling. That might be good enough. There are only a couple of major things to see there anyway with the movie, like the main guy Kuda, his house, which is actually owned by the sound editor, part-time director, independent director of his own stuff, and the editor of Dawn of the Dead, the Boobas. Tony and Pat Booba, their parents' house was used for the house of the Kudas, which is kind of cool. Last I remember, I'm pretty sure that's right. And so you can see that house, and you can see the deli that Kuda ran that made Martin work there as part of his penance for being a vampire that he didn't kill yet. Even though he's, I won't spoil the movie, but he's not really a vampire. But you'll figure it out. He could be, he could not be. It's kind of like the Deckard is a replicant or not. Depending on which version you see and who you talk to, it could go either way. So, anyway, Braddock. When I think of Braddock, I think of that horrible Chuck Norris series, Missing in Action, where it's Colonel Braddock. Tough as nails, Colonel Braddock, with no facial expression whatsoever. Typical Chuck Norris. All right, it's about 30 miles away. It's not too bad. 45
Starting
minutes.
route to Braddock. Head south on North Jackson Street. Then turn right onto East Main Street.
Okay, and this, again, might be boring because it's a bit of a drive. So if I find it's getting dull and I'm not making good time, I would just drop it. So stay tuned for a third stream, or whatever count is now. I lost count already. Because I still have plenty of stuff to see. I'm gonna go to that, and then I'm gonna go look at the Creepshow house and where the airfield used to be, and the Red Barn house. Then head to downtown Pittsburgh, and I should have plenty of time to get to the mall before it closes. There's no Living Dead stuff tonight, but it'd be kind of fun to go to the mall before it's actually the mob of the Living Dead weekend. So I'm gonna go hang out there till it closes, I guess. See if I can hook up one of my friends online. You guys have probably seen him before on the chat. He has a really cool hardcore Romero channel called Alpha Romero. Kind of a takeoff on Alpha Romeo. And, but spelled differently. And he's a cool guy, knows a lot of shit about Romero and horror movies. And, he's younger than I am. He reminds me of me a lot when I was younger. I got so interested in science and music and a bunch of other stuff that my horror interest waned a lot, although I was Mr. Horror when I was a kid. So I still am to a point, but man, he knows a lot about horror, so especially Romero stuff. Anyway, so part of the reason I have all this information is from him. Driving around, finding all these places. He curated a killer little Google Map thing that I was able to import, tweak the names a bit, color code them, and add some of my own that I found from various websites. So super cool. And I can't wait to hang out with him this weekend. Might even catch up with him tonight. I know he's coming in tonight, or he may already be in Monroeville already. So, what music do I have? Oh, Martin music. Probably too early to start it because I'm nowhere near the town. But I should at least cue it up, get ready. Martin soundtrack. Great soundtrack by Donald Rubenstein. So Richard Rubenstein is the producer of all the Romero stuff from a certain time period, including Dawn, Creepshow, Day of the Dead, all that kind of stuff. And his brother, Donald, is a composer, musician, and made scores for various movies, including
Turn right onto Harrison Street.
Knightriders, and
Turn right
actually,
onto Jefferson Street.
is that Jefferson here? No, that's not Jefferson. He did some guitar music for Knightriders, the Knights on, kind of Renaissance fair style Knights on bikes.
Street. Then turn right onto Waldron Avenue.
What? Oh, I missed it. Hold
Turn
on.
left onto Evans Street. Then turn left onto
I think I went the
Waldron
wrong way.
Avenue.
Told me to go back. So Let's go to Evans Street from Evans City. Let's go up the hill and turn around. You get to see what's up on the hill here.
Turn left onto Waldron Avenue, then turn left onto Hill Street.
These little streets up here. This is crazy. Oh, there's a VFW. Oh, Waldron Avenue. Okay, cool. These are tiny little streets. I thought they were driveways. Let me get the Martin Sound track. Donald Rubenstein. There we go. Donald Rubenstein. Playlist. Okay, cool. I've actually commented on some of Donald's YouTube videos with his music, and super friendly, nice guy. Said some nice comments. I said some stuff on his music. It was, you know, kind of emotional because the music in Knightriders is really good. And yeah, it's the scene where a guy dies, and it's very emotional and makes you tear up a bit. And I told him that, and he was like super appreciative. And it's like, man, you wrote the music. You brought the waterworks because you're talented as hell. So this is a very different score. It's a lot of like Fender Rhodes, electric piano kind of stuff, and brooding kind of stuff. It's interesting. I'll play some of it now, even though it's early. Piano, some piano in here. The singing.
Turn left onto Hill Street, then turn right onto East Main Street.
Got some flutes, some vocals. Oh, I got these tiny little streets.
At the stop sign, turn right onto East Main Street.
Sorry, that lady is stepping all over the music. It's kind of annoying, but make sure I gotta go the right way. Oh, going a little too fast on the corner, bud. Douchebag, blind corner. Oh, this is the Washington Trail, according to the historic marker back there. George Washington Trail. Oh, Mars is to the left. I didn't even see it.
At the next light, turn left.
Next light. This is not a light, this is a cross. So it must be here. That's an unfortunate sign. It should say watch out for children, but it says watch children. That's these days that's not a good phrase to use. Another funeral home. And then the big old school. Looks like a prison, Jesus.
At the light, use the left lane to turn onto Lindsay Road.
Oh, you know what I should do? Hold on a second. I'm totally remiss here. I'm driving through Pittsburgh country, and I don't have one Iron City beer. I'm not going to open it, but I at least want to
turn right onto West Main
have
Street.
it for some
then turn left onto Lindsay
street
Road.
cred. I'll open it later. Obviously, I can't drink and drive, but I'm going to have the can in the car. Nothing wrong with the can in the car. So I'm going to pause this real quick. Grab my backpack so I don't entice people to smash and grab, because it can happen anywhere. My sweatshirt. Okay. Let's get my backpack. I always feel safer taking this shit with me. Too many friends and acquaintances who had smash and grabs, and it literally took 3 minutes out of their sight. So, the worst thing to happen on a trip when I'm far away from all my shit. Okay, let's go get an Iron City beer for the lulz. Come on, oops, that was good. Good for the old phone. Oh, dusty here. Don't see it. Hello.
How you doing?
You guys got to have Iron City beer, right?
Yep.
Okay, where is it? Oh, right in front of me. Yeah, just singles in a cold case.
Pardon?
Do you do singles at all?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh, did they change the can?
I see like.
Oh, okay. They changed the can then. Oh, here it is. No, here's the classic can, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's a big one. Cool. I'll have to get that. How much?
2.
2? Okay, cool. It's a bargain.
Yeah, go to the stadium and get one.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. This is my first time in the area. It's a necessary. I'm a Romero fan, so it's a necessary prop to have Iron City beer. So.
Oh.
I'm going to the Living Dead weekend at the Monroeville Mall,
Oh, okay.
and people have been drinking lots of Iron Cities there. So
There you go.
I've never had one actually. So
Good stuff.
cool. Thanks, man. Is it a lager?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Good
Excellent.
stuff, Bo.
Yeah, and I'm gonna obviously I have to drive, so this is for later.
There you go.
So thank you.
All right.
So Evan City beer. Evan City beer. Welcome to Evan City beer. Iron City beer at Evan City beer. This is the big one. This is like a 2-canner, the big iron. And according to him, at the ballpark, like any ballparks, you're gonna charge a lot for this. It's only $2. I can't think of a beer that big near me, unless it's maybe like Schaefer or some really horrible beer that's that cheap. But hell, I'm looking forward to it. I actually do want to sip it now. I need something really cold, and even though it's not thirst quenching being alcohol, because you get the negative feedback effect. But in the short term, it's certainly pleasant. So we'll have to enjoy it later. Sadly, so I have to drive. And unlike some countries, you can probably drink and drive. Can't do that anywhere in the U.S. Not even Las Vegas. You walk up and down the street with alcohol, but you can't drive with it. All right, so got my Iron City beer. That was a must, because Romero actually did Iron City beer commercials back when he had his Latent Image company before they started making movies, or movies on a regular basis. They made Night and Dead by then, I think, but. And then someone made a funny ad using Dawn of the Dead footage with the Iron City beer commercial music. It's very funny. And it's just a super cut of all the zombies doing their bit in the whole movie to the Iron City beer song from the commercial. Is very funny. So So here we go. I'm all armed and ready. Let's get this music back. And of course, I think I closed it out. That was stupid. What did I do? I was just playing it. Where did the app must have quit. God damn it. Bear with me. I'm gonna back to the Martin soundtrack. And let's jump ahead. So I'm not doing exactly the same part. I think somewhere near Braddock, I'm gonna have to crack the can. Not drink it all, obviously. That's gonna raise my blood alcohol, but I do want to try these nice and cold. And I'll probably have to put it in the trunk or something. Oops. I'm dumb. I had the shifter right by the iPad, so I fucked that up. All right. Off we go again. There's a China kitchen. All small towns have some kind of little Chinese restaurant. Again, I'm not a huge beer fan in general. I like mixed drinks, certain kinds of wine, and occasionally a straight liquor. But is this the line I'm supposed to take?
Starting route to Braddock.
I think that was what I was supposed to take. Yeah, let me turn
Proceed
around.
to the route.
I fucked up.
In 3.1 miles, turn left to
No,
merge
I'm
onto
not going that far.
I-79
I got
South.
thrown off by Iron City Beer, so.
In 1.8 miles, keep left onto Ridge Road.
Okay. Cars are zipping through. I gotta pay attention.
Proceed to the route.
I am.
At the light,
There
turn
we go.
right onto Lindsay Road.
That's the light I want. 79. Okay. Going uphill
In
again.
2.7 miles, turn left to merge onto I-79 South toward Pittsburgh.
Very whimsical.
In 12 miles, take exit 72 on the left onto I-279 South toward Pittsburgh.
Oh, this is that scene where he's in the hanging with the bad dudes in the alleyway or like the body shop or something like that, drug guys, and ends up killing a bunch of the drug dealers, drinking their blood, and then getting sick because they're all hopped up on drugs and they have some kind of other issues going on with their health. That was a crazy scene. So now we're heading back to where I came from. I guess we're going to Pittsburgh and then going a different fork out. Kind of like east or southeast or something like that. It's a Flexitone. I have one of those. some kind of chase scene here. I already drove for several hours today. I only used tiniest fraction of my tank. Good old hybrids. Back by passing on Cranberry again. So we're pretty close to Pittsburgh. I'll at least leave the stream on to go by Pittsburgh, get a different angle of Pittsburgh. Once I'm in town, obviously won't get to see a lot of it. It's all big buildings. So I'm not sure how much gap between Pittsburgh and Braddock. We'll find out. Zippy out here though, and I don't see a lot of cops. People are just kind of doing what speed they want to do, so it's kind of nice. I'm at least going 70 a lot of times. That's pretty good. Ah, there's a double tree. I wonder if that one's going to close. The double tree by Monroeville Mall just closed. That's what puts the Monroeville Mall into jeopardy because Doubletree closed. I think Convention Center is also closing or has closed. And those two major influxes of money into town and bringing a lot of money. But once you kill a bunch of those businesses that bring people in, people are speculating the mall might be all on its way out pretty soon, or at least scaling down, which is sad. So that's why I moved Heaven and Earth to come this year, kind of last minute to this show, starting tomorrow. Even though money's tight, I just really wanted to check it out. I always wanted to go for at least 10 years, however long this event's been going on. They always had horror conventions all around the area, New York and parts of Pennsylvania, and of course California, everywhere else. Fangoria magazine used to have Weekend of Horrors. I never got a chance to go to one of those. And although I like some aspects of conventions, I think I only went to one Star Trek convention ever, and I barely got to that one. Because they had it in San Jose, where it's super easy to get to. And I got to see Leonard Nimoy speak. We had one day to go. It's like, do you want to go the day William Shatner there or Leonard? Damn signal. It's cutting off. Yeah, I was saying that Kent goes crazy with the story about Shatner. I saw him at the SIGGRAPH Graphics Expo in LA with Dick Van Dyke talking about Lightwave, the 3D software that spun out of the video toaster on the Amiga. Responsible for Babylon 5 and lots of TV shows and movie effects over the years. And Lightwave is still used today. But Dick Van Dyke back then was, again, on some TV show. I think his son was also working on the show. And so he was acting on the show. And they said, oh man, we need to get some...
Take exit 72 on the left onto I-279 south toward Pittsburgh.
Okay. He said, someone said, oh man, we need set extensions for this week or for tomorrow or whatever the hell it was. And we don't have time to do it. It's a nightmare. He goes, oh really? Well, here, I'll do it. So Dick Van Dyke was a Lightwave user for years. Took the specs for what they needed for the shot. Went home, worked on them overnight, and they supposedly shot them the next day or the day after. Which, you know, nobody knew. I mean, somebody must have known he was a 3D enthusiast. But the Lightwave tech guys on the show didn't even know, which is weird. And here he is making set extensions in 3D for the show. It's kind of funny. And Shatner's like, oh my God, what are you talking about? I don't know, 3D stuff, this is mind-boggling. Like, just hamming it up as usual. And Dick Van Dyke was a straight man, but obviously knew his shit. He had all the buzzwords down, knew all the terminology, and clearly did the work for a TV show, at least. So, he's legit. Certainly better than I am at stuff.
To take exit 72 on the left onto I-279 south toward Pittsburgh.
Some of this I don't remember from the movie at all. I think this is like kind of like the Goblin score for Dawn of the Dead. Only so much of it was used.
In 11 miles, take exit 28 to merge onto I-579 south toward Veterans Bridge.
Yeah, lots of veterans around here. Veterans Memorial crossing back there on the highway. There's the Memorial Highway itself, and the Memorial Bridge coming up. Some of this music's pretty out there, but it does fit the tone of the movie. There's some pretty wild scenes in the movie. Man, I could really use that Iron City now. Get a cold drink. This water's pretty cool, but so much hype about the beer. I'm gonna try it. Michael, the guy who does the Alfa Romero show, has at least one Iron City in every broadcast, I think. So he actually likes the beer. So now I really want to try it. It's not just like a local beer that's one of those things people drink for fun. It's people actually seem to like it, not just because it's a local boy thing. Got some gong action. I think that's the scene where he tries to fool his cousin in a cape and the fake fangs and the powder makeup. Looks like my about ready to switch my battery over my iPad. It's getting low now. Do that. I only have one battery out, the other one's buried in the back, so hopefully the stream camera holds out. Actually, I didn't even need the tape right now. It's pretty good. It's not so bouncy as it was before. But I'll put it back on just to make sure. Damn, without the tape. God damn it. There's the reprise of the main theme. Get some signal hiccups. Elements are definitely depressing, but it is beautiful in parts too. Megabus. Lack of sleep is finally catching up to me. Not dangerously sleepy, but just feeling it. It's amazing how much you can forego sleep when you're interested in doing some stuff. It's brand new, but then these long drives between sites finally catch up to you. Like, oh God. Oh, there's some buildings. We're getting close to Pittsburgh. So I think after Braddock, before I head off to Pittsburgh again, check out some downtown stuff. Probably pull over and take a nap. It's still early. It's still only
take exit 280
not even noon yet.
I-579 south toward Veterans Bridge.
you go. Monroeville, Oakland. We're going there soon. Hey, Pittsburgh.
2 lanes. Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 2A to merge onto I-579 south toward Veterans Bridge. In 1.5 miles, keep right onto Pennsylvania 885 south toward Monroeville.
There's a nice view. Old Pittsburgh. You see the bridges over on the right there. On the left too. And we're going over the river. Forgot the name of the river, but oh, Allegheny. There you go.
Stay in the second lane from left.
So right over there is, I recognize it from the map. It's the building right next to Romero's building. Old building.
Use the right lane to keep right onto Pennsylvania 885 south toward Monroeville.
That's weird. We have to go up toward Monroeville to get to Braddock. I thought it was more east.
Keep right. In 1.4 miles, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-376 east toward Monroeville.
Good news is I'll get through a lot of this stuff before commute traffic. Right now it's only lunchtime. Oh, here's the big house attack scene where he breaks into this lady's house he's been keeping an eye on. And her husband's out of town, but she's with a secret lover. And it's one of the craziest
In 1 mile, take
scenes
a
in the
slight
movie,
right
all
turn
the
to
crazy
merge onto
editing and stuff.
I-376 east toward Monroeville.
Duquesne University. It's also there's a bunch of universities. Carnegie Mellon's here. In fact, I think it's the front of Carnegie Mellon was used for the Crate episode of Creepshow, if I remember correctly. There's the bridge. Some area over here, it's not over there, I think it's back the other side. There's an old police docks area where they had
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn to merge onto I-376 east toward Monroeville.
where the SWAT team guys met up with the helicopter and Dawn of the Dead at the old police dock, or the police boats. Where
Take
they
a
also
slight right turn.
they also had that Bruce Willis movie about police boats on the river. It was shot using that same area. And now it's totally different. It's all redeveloped and stuff. And they turned the area right by where the helicopter lands into this place called the Color Park. It's a whole big artistic thing. But I don't know if it's a mixture of spray paint and pastels and whatever, but from the aerial shot, it's a big, huge, crazy public artistic area. Only
In
slight.
5.5 miles, take exit 78 onto US 30 east toward Forest Hills.
There's only slight remnants there of the old police dock left behind. I don't know where I'm going. I'm getting in the middle here. It's funny, there's an Oakland here. There's an Oakland right by me in the East Bay. Very jazzy. Oh, this looks like a Greek Orthodox church on the right there. Little domes and the crosses. So many bridges around here. Land bridges, water bridges. I thought Chicago had a lot of bridges. There's a lot here. Hey, Monroeville. Not going there yet. Just gonna graze by it. Ah, shit, we got some traffic now. Probably that construction. Shocking, I still have a signal in here.
Take exit 78 onto US 30 East toward Forest Hills.
I heard about Kennywood. It's Kennywood Park here. I forgot what it is. So Martin gets killed.
Use the right lane to take exit 78A onto US 30 East toward Forest Hills.
Oh, Martin.
Take the exit.
There's the end credit music.
In 1.6 miles, turn right onto Yost Boulevard.
It's like every time she's gonna sing, the lady comes in the map and talks right over
I
it.
know where the count is. I have a friend who I think is the count.
Nice ominous black building there. They have a sign that says brake retarders prohibited within municipal limits. I'm not sure where the brake retarder is. Have to look that one up. Oh, that's the Martin soundtrack. We didn't even get to Braddock yet. Forest Hills. So, I can play the Creepshow soundtrack later by John Harrison. We get into the Creepshow house. But it wouldn't make sense to play it now. More brick buildings. Lots of brick buildings. Church, lots of churches
In
again.
1 mile, turn right onto Yost Boulevard.
There's Braddock Road. I think we're getting close. Yep, according to this, I'll be there in about 6 or 7 minutes. So again, not too far for a lot of these places, at least for the ones I chose for today. There are some way in the outskirts. It says the map is cool because it has so many movies shot around here. The stuff from Zack and Miri, from Kevin Smith, the stuff from a couple things from Dogma were shot around here. Stuff from Kingpin, the Farrelly Brothers movie. Stuff from Silence of the Lambs was shot around here too. the Jamie Gum house, where he'd go, "I'd fuck me." That's around one of these towns around here. Yeah, so a lot of cinematic stuff in the area. Some TV shows, some other stuff. I forgot the whole list, but I had to color code them all.
Pass this light. Then at the next one, turn right.
Because the map was had all these things listed, but they're all one color, or mostly one color. So I went through and just basically made all the
At the
Romero
light,
stuff.
Turn right onto Yost Boulevard.
I made all the Romero stuff one color, all the stuff I just didn't really have an interest in, although it's, It's cool if you like those movies. Another color or series of colors based on.
In 1.5 miles, arrive at Braddock.
And oh, here we go to the small road again to the small town. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff to come back to if I ever wanted to come back here and look at some other stuff from movies I've seen. I'm just not as into them as I am the Romero stuff. Now, there's other Romero stuff I don't have time to see. It's just the map had welcome to Braddock Hills. Here we go. The map had like just Romero stuff that I didn't even add after I got the map. Probably, I don't know, 40 things or something like that, maybe on them. And some are close by and some are spread way out. So I just did the ones that were the most obvious ones that related to the movies that that I could get into, and I knew well enough that it would make sense to go look at the site and get something out of it. So obviously Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead. Well, Braddock Lions, the Lions organization here. Creepshow, Martin, the Crazies. So you saw Evans City, very small. So now I'm curious to go back and watch the movie again after so many years and see. There's some really old buildings there. I think there's a parade in town at one point, and of course all the guys in the white hazmat suits coming through town, rounding people up as well. So that'll obviously be on the main street, but I'm curious about some of the other buildings around town that I was walking by. What's going on there? There's a auto body place. So yeah, this town is supposed to be really diminished just because it's one of those company towns where, like, not just steel in the area, but other stuff that kind of dried up and left people hanging here. That's a cool little building there with that network on the wall.
In half a mile, arrive at Braddock.
But I heard it's just generally not the nicest. You can tell by just driving into it how run down things are right here. That it's not an overly nice place, although it could have been at one point, and maybe not even necessarily the safest place to be hanging out. But, midday it can't be too bad. Yeah, there's a bunch of old closed businesses, fenced in, closed, run-down buildings, houses, some bulldozed stuff. It's pretty, Braddock's Battlefield History Center, but it's closed. Oh no, it's not closed. That was the main entrance there. That could be interesting if I had time, but I don't. There's a little bridge. But yeah, see the buildings aren't repainted, wood isn't replaced. A lot of things are marked up and stained, and just old places, not maintained, because people are broke here. There's a big old church right there with red doors. New Hope Baptist Church. There's a church on the left, which is abandoned. Someone wrote 5K on the front door, whatever that means. Braddock Municipal Building, tiny little thing. Family Dollar Store. Those are never a good place, no matter where you are. Yeah, you can see the rundown towns all over here. Rundown buildings in town. So I'm probably, unless I can find those houses, and the deli, or what was the deli in the movie, I'm probably not going to get out and walk around here too much. It's pretty run down and not so nice. But it's worth coming through here, checking it out. There's Braddock Avenue. I wonder if that's the main drive. I'm going to go straight up ahead a little bit after this light changes. And then I'm gonna come back to this main drag and go left and
Arrived.
right. Yeah, lots of rundown, closed up buildings. church is not being used, just kind of overgrown with stuff. Man, that block is this area is a church in every block practically. Josh's Steel. There's a blue house there. Very blue house. Alright, I'm going to turn around here and I'm going to go down the main drag, which looks like Braddock Boulevard or whatever it's called. Oh, there goes my iPad. Hold on a second. That was smooth. I didn't have a bracket for it, so of course it goes flying. Turn it off. So I kill my power on this thing for no reason. Alright. Yeah, not a good place to sit out on the street and have an iron city. Not very inspiring. Yeah. Lots of decay. Buildings falling apart, buildings knocked down, buildings overgrown. A lot of signs that say keep out and beware of dog and stuff, so people are basically definitely a high crime area. They're worried about people taking whatever little things they have left. So I'm going to go left, and then I'm going to go right. See if I covered enough. It would be nice to see at least that the store, the Cuda store. It was just the deli that he employed Martin in. I forgot. Again, I didn't print out all the stuff I planned before I got here. That would tell me exactly where everything is, all the addresses, visual references. That would help a lot, but I'm not prepared this time. Just having fun, looking around. Lots of old, rundown, closed stuff. Like right here, you can see this stuff out the window. Rundown, 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 rundown. This is crazy. So no recent buildings down here, but lots of it's uphill, almost as if with the stairwells. People in their little umbrellas. Braddock Family Health Center. That's a fairly recent building here. This looks nice, but it's too few and far between around here. Kind of warm too. Some people are yelling at somebody. Yeah, not a place to good place to walk around. Not a good place to walk around, as I was told before I came here. But I wanted to drive through at least and see it. And if something catches my eye, like buildings from the movies, and we'll look at them. Nice mural on that building. Wow, it's a lot of work. Pit stop, P-I-T-T stop. There's a behind the scenes, I think it's called Blood of Martin, something like that, on what do you call it? Collector's edition. I think it's the 4K Blu-ray of Martin and Pepper's Net. That's a good name. We got Iron City Beer poster right out front. Okay, so this is closed for construction. I don't recognize anything over here. There's a Pittsburgh Steelers logo bench there. A little sign that says Braddock there. That's a sign of back when people had pride in the place. Braddock. A little bike rack kind of thing. But yeah, it's sad. You know, towns dry up little by little, sometimes right away. Nice stop. Just roll right through that stop sign. So maybe what I'm looking for is on the other side of town. Maybe the auto parts store is closed. Michael Moore got to start with an actual decent movie, Roger and Me, about Flint, Michigan, drying up when Ford, was it Ford or GM? I forgot. Moved their plant out of Flint, Michigan, and being a one company town, a plant town, where most of them are employed by that thing. Once that goes away, the whole town's fucked. So you have to come up with alternative means, or leave, or just. I don't know. It's tough. This is another one of those towns. There's another church on the hill over there to the left. This church is everywhere. So, judging from some people I see hanging out in the streets here, these nice buildings around here are actually projects. They're just modern. They're well built, but they look like the projects I'm used to. We have some small projects in San Francisco, not like the ones in the Bronx or in Harlem and other places around New York. But this is the closest I've seen to the projects around near Pittsburgh so far. So Bell's Market. I wonder if that's the. I'm pretty sure the deli of the movie was next to several other buildings. It wasn't by itself like that. I think it's further down, maybe. We'll see. Again, I'm dead reckoning without printouts and studying the addresses from all these fan websites and stuff. I don't know exactly where some of this stuff is. But I thought it might jar my memory if I saw it. Lots of murals in town, though. It's pretty wild murals. But yeah, definitely a good warning I got from Alpha about you probably don't want to be walking around Braddock. I think he said he drove through here pretty much. Or he got out of the car for a couple minutes and got out of here because it's not nice. And it's, it's not the people's fault here. It's just, this is what happens in towns like this. It's a very depressed area. Like even the lights aren't working. They don't bother to fix it. They just put a stop sign up. Graffiti on the major buildings in town. Rundown parks for kids that are totally unsafe looking. Things are falling apart. Braddock employment training. I wonder if that was it back there. The building next to that employment training might have been the deli. There was a big wall that was painted. Something about deli in the movie. But again, that was so long ago. Could have been painted, repainted. May not even be the business it was in the movie anymore. Especially with all this shit going down. See, there's Iron Valley Works plant, USS. Right over there. And it's long dead. That's their major source of income in town, that whole block here. You can just tell it's all abandoned. There's nothing going on there. So, pretty sad. Fire station's right next to it. It's still working. There's a laundromat. Or no, there's a post office. Park and Shop, Mon Valley Ironworks. Actually, maybe it's Moon, but it looked like it said Mon. Maybe it was a weird double O. Oh, the furnace. Yeah, there's an actual historic sign back there. I'm gonna turn around and check that out. Oh look, there's a guy bending. Yeah, here's the old steel yards, where they store a bunch of steel just sitting here. There's a guy bending an iron bar or steel bar or whatever. Joe Madrak, 1940. Check this out. It's almost like this Babe mufflers kind of. There's the guy there, Joe Madrak, 1940. So I guess there's something going on in here, but not like it was. I mean, I'm seeing trucks coming and going, but it's still an incredibly depressed area. So who knows what's happening here? Maybe they're recycling the steel, trying to get some money out of this place. Comes over my camera. That's a very bad thing. So there's that piece of history. Okay, U.S. Steel employee parking. Looks like, okay, there's some guys there. There's like about 15 cars in there and some cars up here. So maybe it's not totally dead. It just looks bad. Maybe part of the plant is dead and that's why lots of people out of work. But I had heard the industry shut down here. Like a lot of the steel mills around Pittsburgh. Hence the name Pittsburgh Steelers, the football team. And I got something happening here. 5-0 in town. Whatever that is, I'm glad it's not me. Could have been me walking around out there with a camera and everything. So yeah, this place is huge. It's many, many blocks. And even more cars. So yeah, there are lots of guys still working there. I wonder if they resurrected it. Maybe it was dead for a while and they resurrected it. Never know. I didn't read anything about it. I just heard stuff from people reporting on things. Yeah, it's all kinds of. You got the machines churning down there. I'm gonna do I'll do a shot out the window coming back through here. You guys can see the action. All the way down here, there's huge buildings for the steel shit. I'm gonna get off the road because this truck means business. He's coming through here fast. He's playing that song, Move Bitch, Get Out the Way, Get Out the Way. Because that's me. I'm in the way. So check this out. I'm gonna do a little drive-by. There's this massive building going way down and drive by. It's a steel mill. Piles of stuff. Tons of processing buildings for who knows what. Piles and piles of other stuff. Birdie's hanging out right by there. Some train cars in there to catch the goodies when they're finished. You can tell by, look at those old power lines here. These are old school power lines. few of those in my area. Probably not quite as old. From the old days when cities like Los Altos and Mountain View were just forming and getting that kind of technology. Not just forming, but modernizing. When the old telephone or telegraph or whatever was new. There's that guy bending the iron again. And these cauldrons belching out all this shit. Oops, I just ran a stop sign. Good thing the cop wasn't there earlier. So there you go. It says Mon Valley Ironworks, but I thought it was Moon Valley around here. I don't know what the difference is. That's very industrial kinds of shit. We have some of these. There's churches there, churches there. There's a place called Dick Building Company. That's fun. They have a few stores here, but a lot of the stuff is old and boarded up, and just who knows the last time it was ever open. So go past me then. You're such in a fucking hurry. Go. I don't give a shit. Rundown churches here. Rundown old-timey buildings with giant columns, like classic City Hall kind of buildings. See all these storefronts? All toast. Even Club Elegance isn't so elegant anymore. More rundown stuff. They got some nice artwork on the walls. But almost like too little, too late. There's a salon. There's a long dead building there. Jesus. Cleaners. Opticians. Some artwork in a park. Look at this graffiti here. It's pretty interesting. Nice painted artwork. Let these guys go by. Everyone wants to go so fucking fast. I just want to get some shots. Go ahead, bitches. Let's go. It's a Bunny's all-in-one convenience store. Groceries, tobacco, cigarettes, whatever. Snacks, lottery, all vape, skill games, beverages, and hair supplies. We cater to everybody. Good, dude. I'm waiting for you. Now you're blocking me. Alright, who's next? I'll drive one more time past this little decrepit area here. It's been interesting. These buildings are all just disheveled. Very sad. Alright, back in here. Let's go ahead and turn around so we can get out of Dodge here. Brew Gentlemen. Sorry, got this thing wrong here. Not quite in the bracket right. Hit the wrong again. That wasn't the street I came in on, I don't think. I think it was up here. Pretty sure, yeah, it was the store. I think the store was the street I came in on. Time to get out of here. Ah, stupid thing with the bracket for the gimbal blocks this thing. Doesn't mount properly. There we go. Now it's happy. So yeah, people were right. It's a pretty sad drive through there. I didn't remember what the house looked like exactly, so I didn't see the, or maybe I caught on video, I'll find out later, but I didn't see the Cuda house. I definitely didn't make out what used to be the deli. But if you watch, I was trying to say earlier, if you watch the featurette with, it's actually, I think it's several guys. It's John Amplas, who plays Martin, or Amplas, I think you say it that way. Mike Gornick, who's the director of photography for a lot of Romero's stuff, and even directed some stuff. And a couple other guys who are, this guy Tom Lubinsky, who's actually going to be at the event tomorrow, is like a Romero historian and crew member and stuff. He was, it's like 3 or 4 of those guys walked through town and talked about all the different sites used in the movie and the history of the town. And it was shot a few years ago. It already looked pretty bad when they shot it. So that's an interesting watch. You want to see guys who know all the places because they shot the movie or in the movie, whatever. And they're walking the streets in a group with a cameraman actually capturing stories about the set and the buildings. It's pretty interesting. But I only watched it once. I didn't get a chance to watch it again before coming out here, so I'm not really prepped. Just more like moseying through all the stuff just to see what I can see, if anything jars my memory, and just kind of, going someplace I had been before. So if I ever come back, I'll be more prepared, if anything is left. So now I should pull over up here and put the address for Romero's building in Pittsburgh in here. Oh no, I gotta go to, I think right now I'm closer to the airfield and the defunct airfield, the Creepshow house, and whatever. And then I'll go to downtown Pittsburgh after that. So let me go in here, take advantage of the time to plot a path. I could really use a nap though. I'm feeling it, but I'm on a roll. I'm gonna keep going while the timing's good. I can always take a nap, like 5 o'clock or something like that, and still have a couple hours for the mall. Let's see here. Mall here is a middle school. You say middle school in this area? That's kind of weird. It's like a strip mall, but it has a middle school in it. Braddock's a weird place. I'm almost out of water too. I gotta get some water. All right. Let's see. Where am I going next? Oh yeah. Go to the Creepshow house. I'll play some Creepshow music. Where that is. Memorial Field, there we go. It was called the Harold W. Brown Memorial Field, Logan's Farm Road, 3926 Logan's Farm Road. So I'm going to do that. It's actually in Monroeville. So if I can't do Pittsburgh today because I'm too bound in Monroeville, I may just go tomorrow. I can't go tomorrow because tomorrow's a full day. I have the full tour. I have the full event plus a tour behind the scenes and then the movie night. And then I'll just be done. So then maybe Saturday I'll cut out after seeing most of the major events for a couple hours, go to Pittsburgh downtown, come back and finish off the events. I don't know, we'll see. Let's copy that. Let's paste that into the map thingy. Oops, pasted the whole link. Not the stuff I wanted. Oh, I did the classic web page. 20% space shit. God damn it. That's a computer nerd crap. Good stuff. Get that in command line stuff too. 20% for a space. Alright, let's go a little bit further on the edit. Whoa, I went way over, that's why. Just put that in. Harold Brown Memorial Field. Logan's Ferry, there you go. Permanently closed. So it's still even on the map. It's on the Apple Map, the Google Maps, and Google Earth, but it's definitely closed and has construction on it. But here it is, still showing as a place with an airport logo on it. But yeah, it's 19 minutes away, so cool.
Starting route to Harold W. Brown Memorial Airfield. Head east on Yost Boulevard, then turn left.
So you already heard the Dawn of the Dead soundtrack, and I'm going to see, well, supposed to see two things out there from Dawn of the Dead. But I'm going to see the Creepshow house too. So let's go put some Creepshow music in. Creepshow music. Creepshow soundtrack by John Harrison. My battery's low again. Great. Creepshow soundtrack 1982. Motion picture soundtrack. Here you go. So far my battery's not low on the camera, so I'll stream until it dies. Because I need to keep my GPS going on the iPad and the music. This is a cool soundtrack.
Turn left onto Yost Boulevard. At the next light, turn left. At the light, turn left onto Ardmore Boulevard. In 1.6 miles, keep right to merge onto I-376 toward Monroeville.
Forest Hills. Tree City, USA. Fast food place called Speedy because the speed of the food is more important than the taste, nutrition, and everything else. It's getting hot. Oh, fire truck. Actually, it's good. My check-in time at the hotel is around 3. I might just do this stuff around Logan's Ferry Road, and then go check in my hotel, get that sorted out, a nice little nap, and then out to Monroeville. Because by now, I think getting to Pittsburgh, it's gonna be rush hour traffic.
In 1 mile,
could always do
keep
Pittsburgh
right to
at
merge
night.
onto
And if I have
I-376
time
toward Monroeville.
on Saturday or even Sunday before I return the car, I could go to Pittsburgh during the day, get some different shots. But I definitely need a little nap. Going back to that tunnel.
Go past this light, then use the right lane to keep right to merge onto I-376 toward Monroeville. Use the right lane to keep right to merge onto I-376 east toward Monroeville.
Another TV antenna tower back there.
merge onto I-376 East.
What?
At the stop sign, turn left to merge onto I-376 East.
Ew.
In 5.9 miles, take exit 84B toward Plum.
Each part's the score is so distinct, you can just see the movie in your head, just listen to the score. See, almost never more than 2 lanes on either side. Occasionally you get 3, but they don't last long. I love their small roads here. I brought a cheap little drone with a camera that's decent quality camera, at least supposedly. So we'll see if I don't know if I have any energy to do it today, but while I'm here, I'm going to get some aerial shots of Monroeville Mall, kind of mimicking the helicopter shots and Dawn of the Dead when they approach the mall. That way I don't have to be right next to the mall and get busted for flying a drone by the mall. Probably can get away with it, we'll see. I was going to fly it at the cemetery, but since it was everything right in the same area, other than getting a quick shot of the cemetery, it didn't really seem like it was necessary. But who knows? If the drone works out pretty well at the mall, then I can take it, maybe go back to the cemetery for 20 minutes one day and get a few shots. It's not that far away. Miles to Monroeville. Zombie capital of the world. Uh-oh. I thought the battery was on. Ooh, perhaps the battery also died. Interesting. Shouldn't have died. dumb thing. Yeah, it's come back on. I guess the battery switched itself off. But anyway, you heard most of the Creepshow thing, so I gotta get that GPS back so I know which Logan's Ferry Road is, though. Boy, it's hot now. Some air in here. People tell me you're not gonna bring a bunch of jackets and layers. I mean, this is, you know, it's not always cold here. It's not always crazy weather here. It's actually very pleasant. Bringing a heavy jacket this time would be nuts. There. Alright, so we're in there. We got the map. Got the airfields. Directions. Close that one. Put this address in. Paste. Go. Logan's Ferry Road. Yes, yes, yes. Why the hell? How annoying is that? Earl Brown Field. Directions. It still thinks I'm not connected, but how is... They're both using T-Mobile. The phone is streaming still. Everything is fine. Why the fuck is this not working? Holy moly. Maybe the iPad got too hot. It's actually really, really hot. I think it's about ready to shut down. Oh, one of the problems with modern devices and heat and having to charge and more heat. And now I can't get my way. I can't use the car's GPS because it's locked out. It doesn't have an account on it. So that's great. Let me give the iPad's actually really hot. Let me give it a break. That's probably what's freaking out. And what are my other options? I don't have any other device to do that with. And I'm streaming. Well, since I don't have any choice, I'm going to stop the stream now. It's still going to take me a little while to get there. So I might as well just kill some of the dead air here. So thanks again for hanging out. stay tuned. I'm gonna try and get the Logan's Ferry stuff from Dawn of the Dead. If that works out okay, great. And if I happen to be right by the mall, I will capture that as well. If not, I will go to my hotel, get checked in, have a damn nap, and then go hit the mall up and figure out the rest from there. Thanks again, everybody. See you soon. Thanks. Stay scared.